we're live now.
We're live right now.
Right now.
We're on the internet.
We are on the internet, my guy.
Bro, do we got some shit to fucking talk about? I've been holding back talking about hentai this whole time, but we're not even gonna talk about it first. I made a list. What was first on it?
Among Us.
Among Us, bro. How much fun is that fucking game?
Bro, I mean, I started playing it 2 days ago, and those 2 nights I started playing it, I've been going to sleep at like 2 a.m. Shit like that. So, yeah, it's pretty addictive.
Playing it on Discord like we were doing is actually also way better too. It's like the ultimate way to. It makes it so much more engaging.
Yeah, what sucks, you have to get like 10, or the max is 10 people. You can go with 6, but like it's best to have like the full group and then go with like 2 imposters, because it's not the same being like the one imposter, you know? That's because I tried doing that with other people. I was in like another Discord and they're like, all right, there's only one imposter. I'm like, see, like I can't have someone to cover them up for my mistakes, you know? But
I don't know. I got away with being. When someone else was the imposter with me, I didn't even know who they were.
Really?
I just focused on like, I just need to get to the next round and the next round. And when it opened in the room with all 3 of us and we were like, oh, this is awkward. Yeah. I was like, how do they not know it's me?
I know it's yeah, true. Yeah, dude, I be getting away with the dumbest shit sometimes, but I'm like, fuck it, like they won't notice. But like every time I say they won't notice, they sometimes notice. Like, oh, and you know, in the group chat too, I make myself look sus because I'm like, I saw Orange. He was just like by himself. He's like, why'd you stutter? It's cause I was texting, you know.
No, I've noticed that you actually, honestly, if you call you right out, your first response you can usually tell. Because I remember that there was one round where you were the imposter, and earlier someone said you're the imposter, and you're like, why would you even say that? It's like you got like all serious and shit.
Yeah.
And then you were like, you could hear that you were kind of smiling though. You're like, what did I do?
What did I do? Yeah, because I was thinking like I'm such a terrible fucking liar, bro. Like I cannot lie for the life of me, bro. You
did pretty good that last round. I don't think I'm a good liar either. I think I just tried to talk as little as possible. Yeah. I'm like, what would I normally say right now? If
but like when you got me in there, because I was like, nah, like it can't be Grip. Like it wasn't him. Well, I didn't do it first. I was like, oh, it looks like he's doing this. He's trying to unlock the door because like the doors are closed.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm gonna pretend like I'm trying to open the shit. When I saw you, I was like, fuck, something's coming.
But no, I was like, all right, no.
You totally saw me just kill somebody, and then I just was like, what are you talking about? Like I just did that.
Is anyone in the chat right now? I don't see anyone. There's one.
Your brother, bro. He just sounds guilty all the time.
My brother.
Yeah, Angel.
Oh, Angel's not my brother. Boy, he's a homie though. He's a homie.
Oh, he's your homie.
Yeah, he's
bro, I'll be getting confused because everybody's different names in the game, and then everybody knew each other but me.
Yeah, no, I was like, my actual brothers, I don't get along with them. We don't fuck with each other like that. But,
okay.
But yeah, Angel. Angel's so fucking good at being toxic, bro. He's such a toxic, but even when he's like crew member or not, he's like, nah, it's Orange. Nah, like he knows how to turn us against each other. Even if it like cost him his life, he's like, fuck it, dude. Like I'm burn down everyone with me. But fucking Angel, I fucking hate you.
Yeah,
dog.
he doesn't have like the best interests of everybody at heart.
Yeah.
Like he gets like, oh, they tried to fuck me over. He's dead now.
Yeah.
But there was one round where I knew he wasn't the dude, and he could tell I wasn't. And I was just like, bro, as long as I'm around him, nothing like. If we see some fuck shit, we're gonna say something. There's no way we can get taken out.
Yeah. I mean. What would you want to? Do you plan on like streaming this on the channel, or do you want to like stick with Warzone and wait for Call of Duty Black Ops?
I'm probably not gonna play next week just because I've been doing so much shit and I'm not spending enough time with my girlfriend.
I feel you. Yo, what were the topics at? I couldn't find them.
Yo, I got them.
Okay, bet.
I got this shit on my iPad Pro 2020.
I'm gonna look at the chat and I'm
shout out to chat, bro.
Shout out to chat. Sorry for taking so long. We had technical difficulties. Actually, mainly my problem because my laptop was just being dumb as fuck.
Yeah, we're just getting used to new shit.
Yeah, we're getting because this is the first time doing multiple camera angles right now. We got this wide angle lens right here. We got mine. This one's not working for some fucking reason. But yeah, it's yours. It's supposed to be your angle, and it's just paused. It's like it's not doing anything. So
that's weird.
So we're just gonna go with these 2 camera angles. It's fine. That's totally fine. We also got this right here, just in case we want to post some shit on Twitter, because we were looking at Twitter.
This shit's about to be on Spotify and podcast too, so if you don't catch it live, we're just going to do it live also.
Yes, sir.
We're just going to do it kind of like Rogan. So we were going to talk about Among Us, so we're talking about the right shit. Well, what we're going to talk about after that was actually some dark shit. We're going to talk about the wildfires. Look, I'm not going to say here. We're really fucking up the world, bro.
I know, dude. Like well, it's not even just like in California. Like someone I've been seeing on Twitter.
This isn't even like Trump was over there today and they was trying to say, oh, it's because they're not raking the leaves. And it's like, bro, it's not. It's because the world's getting hotter, and they said like science is saying that the fires they were already happening, but they're like worse, harder to manage, and bigger, and they're more small ones are happening, connecting and making big ones, and it's directly related to climate change and greenhouse gases.
You know what's also
it.
dumb as fuck too? The like firefighters who are prisoners. They're basically doing this shit for free. You know,
bro. The people that are doing that shit for pay aren't even getting paid that much, bro.
Really?
Most of the people that do that shit are migrant workers.
Really?
And especially in like middle of California. Yeah, no, 100%.
What the fuck?
On the strike team, bro. Because no one wants to do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like people think about like wild and fire. What do you think? What do you think wild and firefighter is like doing when he's out there? What do you think? What do you think he does all day? He's just walking around. Like, what do you think? Like seriously.
I mean, you're an experienced firefighter, but like
I know I'm gonna say something and it makes you feel stupid. But
yeah.
most people don't know, so like I'm curious what you think. What would you imagine they were doing?
With like on a daily basis with firefighters?
Yeah, they out there with like a hose or something.
I know. Yeah, I think like they just chill. You know, they chill at the station and like they wait for a call almost. But I feel like
they're doing that in the middle of the woods. There's like little stations out in the middle of the woods.
No, the station's like in. Well, I'm imagining the city.
So here's what they're doing. They're not doing any of that shit.
What are they doing?
Totally different job. There's city firefighters. That's like what most people think of as a firefighter. That's what you're talking about. You sit around and you wait for calls. The wildland firefighters. There's like all these wildfires that we all know are going on. There's like 50 wildfires going on at a time. At any one time, they could be like a huge deal.
Yeah.
So then there's just like groups of people, and they just go out there in these little teams, and you stay away from the fire, and you dig holes so the fire can't go past that. So you just gotta like camp and sleep and shit all the time, and like try to prevent fucked up shit. But it's really dangerous because you gotta like think about how fire moves. So like like fire goes up shit.
Yeah.
Like if you light something from the bottom, it'll go up quick, but if you light something from the top, it'll take a long time for it to go down, right?
Yeah.
So if you're on the base of a hill and a fire moves in this way, you start going up this way, you're going uphill, and that's hard, and it gets really tiring, and you're carrying all this shit that hopefully protects you, but it only protects you a little bit from the fire. And the fire's moving faster, and the heat's traveling up. So you can never light a fire, get like under a hill, and you'll like, immediately die. Like it's like super dangerous. And you like learn all these different little things, but it's a shitty ass job. No one likes doing it.
Really?
There's some cool shit that they do, like smoke jumpers and shit. That there's like some elite special forces of it.
Yeah.
But most of the guys that do that, bro, are like migrant workers and shit. They don't pay them that much.
Yeah.
It's really fucking hard, and for making prisoners do it, yeah, no, it is. I mean, I think it's bullshit that there's prison labor.
Yeah.
That job in particular, I mean, like I don't know. I guess that's a useful thing.
And something like that is like it's not even. Well, now they're talking about reducing their sentence, but something like that should have kind of already.
They should have reduced their sentence for every fucking job. Because that's also kind of like, I think, adding too much, like I used to be a firefighter. I think it's annoying when people are like, I was a firefighter, so you give me respect.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Were those dudes like that?
There's always people like that.
Okay.
I think there's people do it with the military.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, like,
I just don't respect. I just don't give a fuck. I'm like, they pay you and you make a decision.
Well, like, especially right now with
That's how I feel about what I did. I'm like, they paid pretty good. Like, that's why I did it. I didn't do it for free because I was like such a good person.
Mm-hmm. But like, I feel, especially like right now, because right now, everyone hates cops, of course. But basically, like everyone's thinking about every other like department, your fire department, fucking, I guess like FBI and all those other like whatever.
FBI is cops.
Yeah, but it's still like, oh, see, look, they're responsible. They know what to do, but fuck cops because they get away with this shit. But even then, with I guess firefighters, like for you, like what have you experienced? Like, have you ever experienced like a bad apple, or like is there any been horror stories kind of like that?
I don't think that there's the option for something like that in the same way because. Like I could say I work with people I didn't like, but knowing that I was like, oh yeah, he's like secretly killing people, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like there couldn't really be that. I mean, I'm sure that there has been somewhere like some guy that was a serial killer, that was also a paramedic. I don't know, like I just made that up, but I'm sure that something like that was a thing.
It's Google it, you know?
No, I've never seen any sort of like people like not giving help to people that they need it in the fire department. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, it has to do with the nature of it, I guess. Because most of it's medical. Yeah. Right? Like 90% of it. So it's EMS. And then there's sometimes fires, but there's not that many fires in America. We've really outdone ourselves on fire prevention. So it's not, especially on the West Coast. The East Coast, they have a lot more fires because the buildings are old. But so anyways, most of it's EMS. And in doing EMS, like, how do I put it? So you're like contracted to like a hospital. So like every time you go out to somewhere, you have to like write this whole report on like what happened. So, you're running probably like somewhere between, depending on your station, like 10 to upwards, close to 30 calls a day. Yeah. 30 calls would be really heavy day. But that you're just going to like these things where people like called for distress and decided they're going to send EMS there. So you got to get like something signed from somebody or some shit. So like, there's really not like, I don't know, I didn't feel like the same like opportunity for something like, I feel like police, they decide what they do more. Yeah. Like firefighting is a really blue collar job actually. You actually just work a lot of hours. That's how they get paid so good. I feel. You work like 60 hours a week because you sleep there.
Okay. And then like, also, what's the involvement with like, police officers and firefighters? Because of course, like a fire happens, but police have to show up for like, I guess, for investigation or some shit like.
But most of the time you're going to shit, it's not like someone's in a crime. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so most of the time they're not with them. But I mean, sometimes you'll be at the same place, but it depends on what it is. Like, so one place that you'll see them all the time is like a car accident. Yeah. Because they just control traffic. Okay. So you have different jobs. So like, as fire, you're protecting life and property and all. You have like these things that you're supposed to do. Like the environment is actually like number 4. Yeah. We're supposed to protect the environment. So if I go to a car accident, I'm like, okay, I need to clear up all these people that are fucking hurt and get them somewhere safe. Yeah. Right. And police are thinking like, how do I keep everybody else safe and traffic keep moving? Because it's really bad for the economy if traffic doesn't work. So like, they're totally working on. So they might be getting mad at you. Yeah. Because they're like, hey, I'm trying to get traffic moving. You got an engine blocking up all this traffic, but you're like, okay, but we've got like 2 people that are almost dead and their faces got ripped off. And we're trying to, you know what I mean? So like, and you might be saying, hey, that's fucked up. Care about the dead people with the faces off. I'm like, try being in traffic. You'd be pissed. Yeah. Like, you know, it's like, and then there's 50 million people in traffic and you're like, this dead bitch is fucking up my day. Just because everybody died doesn't mean I need to be late. It stops everything. It's bad for to have traffic. So they're trying to get traffic fucking moving. So I don't know. I mean, they just do a different thing. So sometimes you'll see them at shit, but you don't really need to interact. Like, the only time you would need to interact would mean that you were part of some sort of investigation or some shit. So that means they're not really your friend. So.
True. You know, what's another thing I noticed too about these wildfires that we're not seeing petitions. Like, because we saw with fucking Australia in the beginning, you know, because usually like whenever disaster happens, we're seeing like, oh, send this petition.
Bro, because no one even feels bad no more because they're always having wildfires. I'm like, oh, it's like they have a new wildfire. I didn't know the other one ever stopped. Because it's never like, oh yeah, we beat it. You just stop hearing about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's always just burning. Like maybe it all just needs to fucking burn. I don't know. I seen some shit about it, bro, and I don't know if there's any saving all that shit.
What do you think is gonna happen in California like after all this? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I think long game, it's best to get out of there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think long run, it's best to get out of there. It's definitely not the place to go anymore.
Hey, it was good, Moss. He said, "Shit, puberty, shit, holy shit, puberty just hit Scrappy hard." Sup, cutie? Hold on, let me get that front face camera.
Yeah, it did him good though.
Sup, bitch?
How you liking that? I know he likes that. Moss, you need to get that game Among Us.
Yeah, bro. No, she's download the game because that's so fun.
We could honestly play that on a Wednesday instead. Yep. Yeah, if you just we'll play sometime.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, like how there isn't really a petition, and how we're showing here in America. You know, we're like, oh fucking California. Who cares about California right now? You know, because what's been happening, like you said,
bro. I mean, that's related, like, because everybody keeps talking about that. Why Joe Rogan moved out? I think part of it. So he moved to Texas just now. Yeah. So like the show changed, and everybody keeps talking about it. But I think it's because, so one, he's not gonna say it, but I bet it has something to do with that 100 million he's getting from Spotify. So it's going to be taxed less in Texas. Yeah. So then there's that. But also, he was like, bro, it's just like no reason to buy property there. The long game, it's only can go down. It's like never. It's stupid high to get into anyways. Yeah. And then like the whole fucking place is burning. Yeah. Oregon too. I know people that I legit know some people that were telling me like, yeah, my grandparents, like their house burned down. Yeah. Like
I've said this like a million times before. Like the only reason why I wouldn't move to California is because like I can't, keep guns, and also
it's too expensive. You can't keep guns. I mean, there's cool parts, but it's also like it's not that great.
Traffic is way worse. Like, yeah, especially like I was on the way here, bro. Like, God, dude, like fuck, I hate just pickup drivers.
No, we were in LA in November, and that was stupid, man. Like I was like, why? It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's really not.
The traffic really ain't worth it.
And it's like, all right, if I'm gonna go to California, then it better be because of like Hollywood shit. Like I'm making a movie, and I'm something like that.
that's the barrier. I can't get you to California unless you're making a movie.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm not gonna live there. That's for sure. Like if I'm
that's right.
Let's say like I'll go to California for vacation, like everyone else, go to the beach. But like living there, nah, fuck that. I'm good. I'm good here in AZ, and I'll make my moves, and I'll drive back and forth. Right. That's what I would do. But that's it. I don't know. But I got family members over there too, and I'm like, y'all need to get the fuck out of there. Especially like I got little nephews and check that over there, and I'm just like, bro, I really hope like y'all are staying away from all these fucking crazy ass pedophiles over there. Oh, like you're not getting involved with all this like social media shit, cause like I think she's about 14, the other one's like almost 12, but they're really into technology.
Are they girls?
No, one's the girl's 14, the boy's 14, the boy's like 12.
Bro, what was that? Have you seen? Okay, you mentioned we need to talk about it. Yeah. That Cuties thing on Netflix. Yeah. So is that targeted for kids to watch? It seems to me when I see the ads for it, because I've seen just like ads from like Netflix, like Watch Cuties or some shit. It looks to me like they're marketing it to like kids the age of the kids on the show to like make them think that's, I don't know. There's something about it that don't feel right.
It's definitely like the sexuality of it, you know, like especially the poster of it.
Who's supposed to be watching that?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Who's the target audience?
I think what's the trying to fucking we change the subject now. Nah, a mass. I think we're talking about California, but now with I think the target audience is like, or what people are saying right now, like, oh, Hollywood.
Moss, do you want to go back to California? Keep going.
No, but what everyone talking about like right now with the whole like pedophilia shit, like, oh, Hollywood's full of pedophiles, blah blah blah. You know, like, we've been knowing that, but like now it's really showing, because you know it's really weird about like a lot of like, especially right now with the wildfires, how it started because of a fucking gender reveal party, you know?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, but I think that's why,
like, who wasn't mad when they heard that? They had to like probably conceal their identities or people would have beat their asses.
Yeah, dude. All the friends are like, we're not saying anything, and if anyone exposes, you're dead.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, my fucking uncle got his house burned down, bitch. Like,
yeah. Nah, but
you could do this shit.
It is like, it does seem a little sus, because like, why are y'all so worried about kids' sexuality? You know, because everyone's like, you know, not just with gender. It's like, oh, are they gay? Or are they straight? Are they bisexual? Like, why the fuck they're 7? Why didn't you know?
I don't know.
About this
That's
shit?
what I felt like. I felt like that's the same, because you know how people say like, that's a lot of times people's arguments against like, oh, we shouldn't teach even homosexuality in school or some shit like that. Yeah. Like, oh, kids aren't even thinking about that. But I remember when I was a kid and SpongeBob was like brand new, and I was like, this is the greatest cartoon of all time, right? I love SpongeBob, and then there was like this thing. It's like it was on the news, and they were like, is he teaching kids to be gay? Like, remember that? And they were saying SpongeBob was gay. And they would kept replaying this clip because there was like an episode where they went jellyfishing with that one guy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he put the things in his butt. Yeah. Like they kept replaying that, and like, is it safe for your kids to be watching this show? And like, you're teaching them like, and people were saying like it's against Jesus and shit like that.
Of course, those people say that shit. But like, look at us now. Like, everyone memes the fuck out of SpongeBob.
So they would be saying this shit to me, and they're like, SpongeBob is gay, and I was like, I feel like you're injecting gayness into it. Like, I was not in any way thinking now I'm being forced to look at SpongeBob as gay. I feel like that's doing the same thing. You know
what? But my thought is like how everyone saw that trailer, or like, when he was even announced, people were like, "Oh, I'm canceling Netflix. This is some pedo shit," you know?
I get somebody else's Netflix, so I've never paid Netflix.
I pay for my own Netflix, but even then, it's like, well, it's not like I'm paying for that.
Yeah, I'm not canceling anything or anything like that. I don't think I'm gonna watch that show.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, just don't watch it, but. Those people who were like fucking, especially like some people that I knew too that are like my age. I'm like, bro, why you got to be like this? Like, it's just the fucking show. Well, yeah, again, it's like, it's a bit of a red flag, but I'm like, who cares? Just don't watch it, and then we'll get the attention. Then nothing like this probably will never happen. That's how Hollywood works.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. I question Netflix sociability or whatever the fuck, social like. What is the word? Like responsibility? Yeah, social responsibility, because. From what I've seen from advertisements for it, like, I don't get, like, the only way I can see you doing a show with that kind of content on it is if it's, like, a documentary about something fucked up. Yeah. Like, if it was like, yeah, there's kids in these competitions, we need to get them the fuck out. Because I'm like, I just don't see any reason for anybody to be filming kids that young dancing in clothes like that. Yeah. Because I'm just watching, what I saw looked to me like 10 to, like, 13-year-olds dressed like what you'd imagine, like, a cheerleader probably be dressed in. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit less. Yeah. And like twerking and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is this about? What's the story behind the kids doing? Like, why do I, you know what I mean? And all the imagery is that. And when I get ads for it on Twitter, and it's like the kids like in the middle of a dance move, and it's like says it, and I don't know, like everybody's freaking out about it, and they haven't even justified it. They just said, fuck you, we're gonna do it anyways, and I'm like, they don't seem like the smartest move. I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird, but.
Do you think it's part of something bigger? Like, a lot of people lately are like, think it's all conspiracy and shit.
Not exactly. I think almost, but like, it's not even just in Netflix, but like in like Cartoon Network, like with the. I remember like watching this all over the place too, like with the Powerpuff Girls reboot, and they're like, oh, see, look, they're just twerking, and then like there's like this weird fetish about smelling farts or whatever in every cartoon. And I'm like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, that's been like lately. I'm like, the fart jokes and butt jokes have always been a thing, but like.
I wanted to say, Moss is saying he would give his life to go back to California. Low key, bro, I just feel like I used to want to live in California so bad. Now, honestly, if I could pick anywhere, I might pick Texas. I would low key think about Florida too. I just really don't think I'd like the weather.
I'd say like somewhere quiet, like Utah or like Ohio or some shit. You know?
The reason why, like, Texas has a lot of cool ass spots, bro. Yeah. Texas is sick, and it's a state where you could like. most of the cities are pretty liberal. And only like fucking like Houston's like pretty conservative.
Yeah, I've only lived in Midland, Odessa, and that's like small town, like Yuma. You know.
Yeah, that's like small town Texas.
And but those people are definitely conservative. Like,
is that West Texas?
Yeah, it's like West Texas.
Yeah, West Texas is super. But all the East Texas cities, like you got Austin, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, like all these other places. Like Austin is super. Austin is probably where I'd want to go.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas would be sick as fuck, because that's like the new place I feel like everybody's moving. It's where the new Silicon Valley is.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like that's where they keep calling it the new Silicon Valley. Like all the companies are moving there, and that's where they do South by Southwest. Like a lot of shit like that is over there. Because also the only thing I want is to be able to have a gun in the state. Yeah. But I think you could do that in Florida. I think you can do it in Georgia too.
Yeah. You think Arizona's gonna become blue state this year?
We're gonna become purple state.
We're gonna become purple?
Yeah, I think we're purple. I think we're a purple state. And we're gonna prove it this year.
Bet. Because like
that's what I think.
Again, I'm worried about guns. That's the only thing I'm really worried about. Y'all can smoke weed. Y'all can just do whatever you want. Just
we would be cool, but I mean, guns is pretty important for me.
Yeah, same here. Because like once I started stocking up and shit like that, and I was like, yeah, like I'm never gonna.
I don't even have that many guns, but I want more.
I want to get an AR-15 for sure. Like I already have a shotgun, I already have a pistol. I just want to get an AR-15 just because I'm like, fuck it, like those are cool.
AK-47, I won't give up on it. I think I want to get like you gotta if you get one that's like pre-19, like 83 or some shit.
Yeah, they're automatic.
Yeah, and you're allowed to have it. It's like legal and shit.
I've never fought out. Wait. So what's the rules on automatic guns? Can we have
you can't have like they're not allowed to like make them for sale to the public, but if they were built before like some certain year, you can have it.
Ah, that's pretty dope.
So like if you have a gun born before that year when they made that a rule, it's worth so much fucking money.
Damn.
Because it's like this one's illegal because it's like this, but then every time you get it fixed, is it like are you placing too much of it? Because then it might be you can't fix it more.
Shit.
Like there's so many rules around them, but you can get them though, and those AK-47s don't fucking break.
Yeah,
that's why they use them in every war because they're like the best gun ever. Like, I mean, pound for pound, they're the best gun. Obviously, there's better shit, but it's like cheap as fuck to make, really easy, very little moving parts. It fires a large round, so and it's pretty accurate. It never fucking jams up. It's easy to clean. Like, and fucking Russians couldn't fucking break them. You know what I mean? Shit. Like, if you really think about it, like all this where they're using those AK-47s, there's not lots of stories of like their guns breaking.
Oh shit!
They're always fucking shooting. Like they're very effective. They're on fucking countries have their flags. Like the Somali flag has like 2 AK-47s on it. So yeah, the AK-47 is sick.
So what do you think about like modern guns right now? Especially like AR-15.
I don't know that much about guns. I mean, I guess the AR-15 would be cool as fuck to have. I shot one a couple times.
Yeah, because I like it because like you can customize the fuck out of it. Like I've been meaning to put like a red dot sight and just like.
That's why I want to get it. I need to get AK-47 with a red dot on it. That'd be sick as fuck. I just need it with like a beam, bro. Just like that, have like a laser. Just because that would look sick as fuck. That's really it. I'd also want to get another shotgun.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah,
same here. Mine.
I have some bullshit ass 12 gauge. I mean, it's dope. I got it for free from my dad.
Mine was like. I get because the common brands are Mossberg and Remington, and I got like not an off-brand, but it's like it's not up there with those two. You know, those two are like the iPhone.
I don't even know what the fuck mine is.
Nah.
I don't. It's just some random ass shotgun.
Yeah, basically like Mossberg and
some random ass 12 gauge.
Yeah, Mossberg and like Remington are like the Android and iPhone of like shotguns. You know, right. Like, that's like those are the must-have. Like it doesn't even matter if you get either one.
Is the one, bro. I went shooting once with a. Benelli, you know what those are?
No.
It's like an Italian one that's like super luxury.
Oh, shit.
That was sick as fuck because my friend's dad had a gun shop and we got to shoot that shit. Hey, speaking of this shit, we were supposed to talk about, okay, let's get into hentai.
No, you want to get into it now? We're almost like 30. All right, bet.
You're ready for it, right?
No, I'm ready. This
is what we're going to clip out the episode and shit for this part just so people can see. So, all right, let me pull up actually. Where's my phone? Because I had some polls, man. I did some science.
You did some science?
I mean, I would call that science.
All right, well, you did research. I'm just going off the cuff.
So I did research into my follower base, and we got a vote of 32% said yes, hentai is mainstream. 68 said no. That was out of a total of 19 votes. On Twitter, I had a similar poll, but there was a little bit of a difference. So in this poll, I was able to insert not yet as an option.
Not yet? Okay.
So we got 22% saying yes. Now, here's where it's interesting. 22% no. 56% said not yet. I have a feeling that a lot of these people that didn't say yes would have maybe put not yet instead of no.
Okay.
So I think people feel like it could be mainstream or it is going to be.
Okay.
That seems to be the consensus. But there are people here saying, yeah, no, hentai's mainstream. They seem weird, though.
Okay. Shit.
You know who clicked... You know who you are if you clicked yes. Yeah, I said, in general, they are a little weird.
Because my thing is that... All right. So, well, okay. But in general, what is your stances? What do you want to summarize in that all those data you just... You don't think so? Not yet? You don't...
So do you think... Are you going to be arguing that hentai is mainstream or that it's better?
Oh, that is better. Oh, you know what? I'll argue both. I'll take on both right now.
Because I was about to say, I feel like you're fighting more for better than mainstream. Because it's objectively not mainstream. It's not mainstream.
Yeah, it's not definitely not mainstream. At least objectively, but like,
it may be mainstream. I think it probably will become mainstream, or at least it'll be like, everybody will be aware of it. I guess I don't know how to put it.
I think people are already aware of it because right now anime is like becoming more socially acceptable.
Right.
So like later on they're gonna find out about hentai. Like they're just gonna find out about like, yo, why is this shit like why is there fucking like, why do they make these faces? Why am I seeing like, you know, like why am I seeing fan art of like this character, you know? Because that's
like, I didn't see this episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly. It's exactly gonna be that like, yo, why is there fan art of this character? Why is she making that face? Why is Goku and Vegeta doing these things? You know what I'm saying? No, but
hey,
what's up?
I don't want to just make this all about you. So wait, so you frequently, okay. So do you think you're similar to most hentai viewers, or do you think?
No, I'm definitely like, I'm hella vanilla. Like I'm hella just like, I guess, you know, like in my taste in porn is like pretty hardcore, but when I watch like or read hentai,
I feel like if you're watching this and you're into hentai, like I feel like where you're like, I watch hentai and not normal pornography. I feel like you gotta have fucked up your head a little bit.
I switch between the two actually.
I can see watching it sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I definitely.
But it's not like if you're switching that to be where you get. Because it's not real. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's why
it
like...
will never be real.
Another line I won't cross, though. I won't buy those statues, you know? You ever seen, like, those really, like, bimbo-ass statues? You know what I'm saying? Like, of anime girls?
Like, where it's, like, a thing like this tall?
Yeah, and it's, like...
And it's just, like, an anime girl?
Yeah, and it's
I don't get what's the point of them. Just to have it? And
yeah.
What do you jack off and look at it?
I mean, I assume dudes jack off. I'm assuming they do.
I just feel like that's weird. That's like what pilgrims did. You know what I mean? That's or not even, bro. That's like what like ancient fucking civilizations did.
Yeah.
You know, and you find like the goddess of fertility they drew, and it's like fat chick, and then it's just like a guy used to just beat off and stare at this rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what they fucking used to do. Bro, you can't. I realize why are those statues such a big deal? Or is there like a name for it? Like what's the deal? Because we went to a store in California when we were over there in November. We went to a fucking like anime superstore. And there was like a whole section that was separate, and I was like, "Why do they have all these naked statues over here?" It never clicked to me.
Well, I just have like Dragon Ball Z figures, of course, and like whatever anime I can get.
You have anime like statues?
Yeah, well, I only have Goku. Yeah, basically like Goku Black because I'm about that. But yeah, just Goku Black, Ultra Instinct, and then like amiibos. You know what those are?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have Fox, Ryu, Pikachu, like those three.
I've always thought about like. So
what?
Have you ever thought about how like all your friends that have girlfriends don't have any of those?
Nah, cause all my friends are kind of weirdos too in their own way.
Yeah, they are weird, bro. But like girls, like they don't want to see an action figure.
True, but like
I don't want to see that.
Here's the thing, but it's not littered. My desk isn't fucking littered. It's just like there's like if you see my desk, like there's a whole ass like console pillow right there. Cause I'm open with my nerdiness. That's the thing. I'm open with my nerdiness. So see, I'm repping this shit. I'm repping Cobra, but. So I don't mind that.
So you need to. I need you to come in with this because you have a lot more. So what's gonna happen with hentai? What's the deal with that?
So what's gonna happen? Okay, let me tell you. What's gonna happen with hentai is that later it is gonna become normalized. Cause let me show you this Instagram right here. This Instagram clothing website. It's called II Clothing. Let me pull up this bitch. There we go. And here's the thing. This dude right here.
What am I rude as hell for? Wait, there's TikTok girls that do that face.
I hate go face, the hentai faces, you know?
Yeah, they really do that shit.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Or like they just, I feel like they try to make themselves look like little kids.
Oh, the girls? Yeah, they definitely do it. Well, it's because like Japan has, if we're being honest here, Japan has more pedophilia thing than American does.
I seen a thing that said that every country that lost World War II has the most fucked up porn. Because if you think about it, Japan is hentai. And they always say German dungeon porn.
Yeah, it's the weirdest shit. So that's why when it comes to hentai too, because like there's like a dark side to it. That's why I'm saying I'm just vanilla, because like there's some dudes who masturbate to like lolly, basically like the little girl shit.
That's weird.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, it's just a drawing. I'm like, nah, dude, I don't feel comfortable masturbating.
Well, I've seen what I think is weird is when people masturbate to like the tentacle.
Yeah,
shit
I don't
and
know.
Monsters. That's where I'm like, how?
I don't cross.
I could see the cartoons that are just of a girl, but like
Yeah.
when you get to like, I watch cartoon monsters. Like what about this? Where is the part that turns you on? Like, and there's not really a part that you can say that I don't think is like, that's weird.
I feel
the tentacle, fucking what the
But-
fuck, bro? A tentacle?
Yeah.
Think about that shit, bro. A tentacle?
Yeah, no, it's
Like an octopus?
Yeah.
Bro, come on.
It's a weird like fucking
That's so
fetishization.
weird. That's the weirdest shit to me. I can't get it.
But oh yeah, Moss, this is the page right here. I'm trying to show grip. It's 4 eyes, but 4 clothing. Yeah, 4 eyes. That says right there. 4 eye clothing. This dude is basically like, this dude right here is basically making like hentai references. Like this girl right here is called hentai called Dropout. That's why he made this shit.
Wait, he like drew that, or what do you?
No, he didn't draw that, but like he does draw some of these things though too. Like he draws that best girl, just like some random bad anime bitches too, and like the pages too. Look at this, we're gonna get you demonetized. I'm sorry.
No. This isn't gonna get us demonetized. No,
Yeah.
this is sick because I've been trying to culture vulture hentai and anime shit too.
Really?
I feel like we're ahead of the curve on it.
Yeah, and then
I feel like it's gonna get cooler. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's just as like anime is getting more.
Yeah, but that's why like see dudes like this and hot girls that I just showed you, like they're wearing these kind of t-shirts, you know, with these, you know, anime bitches making out. And not even that, let me show you this too.
He just says followed.
Yeah, nice. See, like he makes art, makes other shit like that. But yeah, this dude has a whole ass page. And there's also another thing I was gonna bring up.
So wait, he draws anime. He draws hentais.
Yeah, I think the dude who owns the page.
So do you have like a favorite hentai artist?
Yeah, on Twitter, yes. I follow him.
That's kind of weird if you think about it though.
What?
That you jack off.
I know. I don't jack off this shit. Not all the time. I just follow it.
Shut the fuck up! You don't jack off.
No,
to it.
no, all the
point of
time.
it.
But I'm like, sometimes, no, dead ass though, like dead ass. Sometimes the hentai art is so good, you're like, yo, this is good to look at, not to jack off to.
No.
Yeah.
I could see that. I 100% see that. It's just like you can draw like pictures of a naked person and like then it's just like a drawing like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's still like amazing. But what I'm saying is like if you were like how
This back.
you couldn't like follow a guy that writes the stories that it would have to be. I feel like that's kind of sus.
Well, actually,
Do any girls write them?
yeah.
I don't think they do.
No, actually, there is like a few. You know what's crazy is like some of the girls that draw the girls are
Is that a weird thing? Like I don't want to watch one or
What?
watch one that a guy wrote.
I don't. Depends on. I don't know, because like again, the shit that I look at, it's not on the
Fanny
crazy
said, I'm
end.
gonna stop watching this.
I'm gonna stop watching.
It
We're talking about hentai.
Thank you for
my
your
dog.
support, but honestly, this episode was never for you. I want you to know that you were not in mind, and I think you should be happy to know
Look at the
that.
camera. You saw the thumbnail. You know what was gonna happen.
Yeah, we did. We did put it in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I didn't want anybody to be confused in
Yeah.
any way, shape, or form.
No, but yeah, I follow like basically a lot of artists, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm be honest with that. I follow a lot of artists, but like even then, I don't like it.
Don't let me shame you. People, there's a lot of people voted yes.
I know.
There's like a good third of people.
No, but even
were
then, like I
yeah,
say it with my
fuck yeah,
chest. I
hentai,
say it with
bro.
my chest on Twitter too. But I'm like, yo, dead ass. Like I'm a fucking freak. Sorry. You already know that. Like I'm a fucking freak. But when people say like hentai is art, no, like it really is. Like if you look at the art
how's
style,
it not art?
Yeah.
How could you say it wasn't art? I feel like you'd have to make a harder argument that it's not.
Mm.
Like, what do you mean it's not art? Someone fucking drew it. Like by that very part, whether you don't like what they drew or not,
Yeah.
makes it art. Like,
No, but no, I was talking with a friend actually. I was like, yo, I compared this to like porn or whatever. I was like, porn is basically junk food. You know, you like it for what it is, but you don't sit there and eat it every day.
some people do though.
So yeah, but even then you feel disgusted.
Yeah.
After doing it. No, every day you're like, fuck, I shouldn't eat that shit. You know. Well, hentai, that shit's fine dining. I'm not saying it's a healthy meal, but that shit's
What
like
the fuck do you mean it's fine dining?
it's fine because you enjoy. You savor it, bro. You're like, yo, this is some good shit. And after you're done with it, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna still look at this shit. I'm gonna admire what I just had. You know what I'm saying?
How does that like differentiate it from porn? Why is it fine dining though? You just said, but hentai
Because
is
I don't
premium.
know. Here's the thing. I don't exactly feel ashamed of myself. Like, oh shit, okay, that was some good shit, and I can keep reading too. I'm like, oh, this is a good ass story. Because you know, it's another thing too. Some of these like some of these things have like good ass stories. I like your face. You're just
My
like
man's just said he watches hentai for the story. That's He literally watches for the story.
No, Ma said I like Greg because he just hears shame Scrappy. I mean, low-key you are, but like
I am shaming Scrappy, but I just want him to explain himself because this is how most people are gonna see you, bro.
Yeah, I know that.
To fucking prepare
what's
for the
good?
world, bro.
What's good, son? Episode 1. I'm here to say here to tell the world what's up. You know what I'm saying, young? But
I want you to be like feel comfortable that you have like when you have your. We need to get you the pillow. We can do some content with the pillow.
I would definitely own with the pillow. I would never buy a pillow, but like fuck, if we're doing it for video and
we could just do a video where I follow you around and it's like walking around all day with a hentai pillow.
To sell a persona that I really am this hentai freak. But yeah, fuck it. But that's the thing though. I still get pussy. That's one thing for sure. I feel like that hentai like it's crazy. In like 6 years, like 6 years ago, I used to have this fucking hoodie that said it would look like a jersey. It's like 00, and then it just said hentai, and it said it on the back too. And I thought that sweater was sick as fuck. Yeah, because some of the things like actually go hard. Like
it was part of a fit, and I fucking lost it, and I was pissed. But anyways, people would sometimes ask me what it meant. I just told them it was my last name. After like stuttering the first 2 times because people kept asking me. Yeah. Because if you don't know, I don't want to be the one that teaches you. Like that wasn't what the intention of the shirt was.
It's funny.
But now I feel like wearing it would be a totally different thing. And also I feel like I was ahead of the time. I feel like it'd be even doper now.
You probably wore a dog, but even then, like, I ordered like a Chun-Li shirt, but it's just everyone knows Chun-Li from Street Fighter. Thick thighs, big white.
Yeah, Fanny's right. What? And Masa corroborated. Yeah, it's a nerd's version of smut romance novels for girls.
Yeah. You're exactly right, Vanny.
Those fucking novels too are fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Have you ever read any of them?
No, not really.
That's what girls they don't watch porn, but some of them get these fucking books. Like these girls just write these books forever, and they're just I like my wholesome. Like actually, when it comes to reading hentai, I actually like my wholesome shit. Like they're childhood friends and they love each other and something like that. That's why I like. Your hentai is like they just.
Yeah, and they're like, but she's got big old titties. I'm like, see, that's what I need. A big titties and ass, and she's tall and the dude's short. Boom, that's
they're just high school sweethearts, and then they have kids they have sex for procreation.
Yeah, and honestly, it's the cutest. It's the cutest fucking thing.
And that's the hentai.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's it. No, bro, I respect it. I mean,
it's good art.
It's better than if you told me that, like, I watched this one where this tentacle monster invades a high school.
No, bro.
And the girl's not into it, but then she just fucking deals with it.
No.
Because that's what it looks like most of it is. I think that's what the assumption that most hentai is.
Yeah.
That it's crazy.
Yeah, it's the weirdo tentacle shit. No, even with anime gets that stigma. It's like, oh, it's that weirdo.
Where should people that want to get into hentai start?
Where should people... I don't know. I really don't know. I just say look up, like, normal shit for sure. Because
okay, wait, so weren't you reviewing hentai?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, how do you find new hentai?
How do you find new? Well, like
how do you?
Me? I just stumble. There's a website I always go to, of course, and there's
What is the website?
Luscious.net. That's the website I go to a lot, but. I fucking kind of hate that website a little bit now because like at first it was like, okay, here's some like normal hentai like in the front page, cool, but now it's like here's random and here's a variety. It's like now it's just furry shit next to normal shit, but like the normal shit's like just one page. But then like
how do you feel about furries?
I understand it.
You understand?
I understand it. I understand it. Yo,
that's real.
Yeah, like I understand. We all had Lola Bunny. We all had like fucking. Who else? There's like other bad bitches in animation. Oh, fucking people were fetishizing the girl from Zootopia, the bunny girl.
Yeah, I get everything until they dress up like it, but I'm not hating.
Well, I don't hate it either. I just get it. But
I wanted to go to. We saw there was a thing that someone sent me that was Joe Arpaio was on Cameo. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like an app that famous people can be on, and you can charge like any amount. So there's people on there for $5 or people on there for like $500. So you can get like Steve-O, like send me a 1 minute long voice message and do something. That's so you can get them on there and saying like an advertisement.
Yeah.
And Joe Arpaio was on that website and he sold one and it was like, come to the furry convention.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, do you want to talk about that now or do you want to keep talking about it?
That's all I have to say about it.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was reading through the article too and he's saying, excuse me, Fury convention. We're like, ain't no way Joe Arpaio. Yeah. Ain't no way Joe Arpaio talking about furries. He's like, again, your typical boomer.
Joe Arpaio? Yeah. Did you just call him?
Yeah, Joe Arpaio.
Joe Arpaio.
Joe Arpaio. What the fuck?
His name's Joe Arpaio.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was just funny to me. It just. I think it's funny when it's Joe Arpaio.
Joe Arpaio. Oh, okay, shit.
He said arpeggio is a musical thing.
I'm thinking about Ben Shapiro too. I'm like, he's just a boomer ass dude. I'm like, yeah, because he has a history of like hating Mexicans and shit like that.
No, they all. Yeah, no. Joe Arpaio's a piece of shit. I'm glad he lost. And it's probably because he was fucking at the anime or the
he's trying to come back too.
Oh, he's been trying to come back. He failed though. He didn't make it out the primary.
Oh, good.
He lost.
Fuck yeah, finally.
Fucking sucks, and he didn't expect to lose.
Stupid. Nah, but furries. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but nah, I wouldn't. If someone caught me masturbating to that shit, I was just curious.
we could go to, when is the next furry? Oh wait, there's no furry.
Yeah, there's no furry. Even then, I wouldn't go because I don't want to catch corona. You know?
But after corona,
after corona. Actually, you know, that was actually like on my bucket list. I was like, you know what, I would give it a shot. Just go to.
I don't want to go to. I want to go to one to like film them, everybody else being weird.
Oh, but you know what?
Like,
you know, I think the one thing that's
at the furry convention.
You know,
for no reason.
What's the one thing that does straight me away is the role play, I guess. You know, like I don't really like role playing that much when it comes to sex. Like
in real life?
No, like what are you talking about?
What do you mean in real life? When you have sex, you don't want to role play?
Yeah, like
I feel like most people don't. It's exhausting.
Yeah, because like I don't like to put up the facade of like I'm someone else. You know?
Right.
I don't know. It just seems weird. Or like the other girl is like I don't know. I don't like it. But especially when it comes to animals, like. Especially when they start doing barking shit, I'm like, just stop.
No, that to me is, I feel like, I don't know, bro. I hope I'm not pissing off any furries watching this right now. I feel like it's like, that's something else. Like that's like when you start, I feel like you have like some weird identity thing. Yeah. Like I need to be seen as something different and acknowledged as that to like get my rocks off. Yeah. You need to call me a wolf.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, and when they make the sounds too, I'm like, yo, please, you do know you're human. All right, just please, like, just admit it. It's okay if you want to act like something else, but
I don't know. I think people just get too into shit. The older I get, I'm just less excited about things. Like, bro, I know I used to have a friend that was like super into fucking Batman, and he would like post all these Batman memes and shit. But they would be like motivational, like Batman did this every night and he broke his back, and then he still saved his parents, so you can get through this week. And it's like, you know, he wasn't real, right? Like, bro, it's not real. Yeah, like it's fucking a cartoon. Like, so I don't know. I feel like people do the same shit with like wanting to be a wolf or some shit.
Oh yeah, have you ever seen that video like that? I don't think he's a furry, but like it's a weirdo, like just nerd dude, and he's like, spiritually I'm a wolf, and he like looks at them like into the shore and he barks. You know, you ever seen that clip? No, bro, I'm gonna pull that up right now. Like physically, I am a wolf, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. But. You know, furries, I get you though, but again, I don't really fuck with you because like it's just y'all are fucking weirdos. Spiritually, I'm a wolf.
You guys are judging furries like homophobes be judging trans. See, here's the thing. I'm not buying that furries are discriminated against, because I think that's like shitting on everybody else that's actually discriminated against. Like trans people actually are discriminated against. There's like them dying and shit like that, but they're getting killed.
We're just roasting a group of people.
Yeah, and they also, I don't think like. I know people that are trans and they're really somebody in someone else's body. I'm sorry, I don't believe the wolf shit. Yeah, no. I don't think you're truly like that's like that's not.
That's what this dude is saying, pretty much.
I think you should be allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think he's just being weird and he's a kid and he's just like ostracized probably, and he does that. Yeah. Bro, I seen that girl. Hey, she's in her bag. I can't hate it. Like the girl that's pretending to be a dog on OnlyFans, she just crawls around.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, if she's getting the bag,
they put her in the cage and shit. They're like, "You've been bad. You're going in the cage," and shit like that.
But I think like even if I had the money to make that to do it,
and she even does shit. She's like, I got in trouble because I peed in the house and shit like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she does what a dog would do.
That's so crazy.
I want to see her really chew some shit up.
I want to see her chew on some cords. Right. The dude gets a newspaper. Bitch, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah, get the shit beaten out of her with the paper. That'd be funny too. Yeah. But yeah, there's a girl that does that. I mean, I've been liking seeing that all these girls making OnlyFans because I think it's like been necessary for society. That girl, like,
you think OnlyFans is necessary to society?
Yeah. Because here's why. Because there's a lot of girls that like, because of social media was starting to think like too much of like, because guys will, and girls always say this, guys will just fuck anything. Yeah. But there will be a guy that wants to fuck you if you're on social media. Yeah. And so they'll be on there doing their thing, and they're watching all of us want to be rappers and be like, listen to my mixtape. True. And now they're all trying to start OnlyFans thinking they're bad bitches because they would get laid all the time, and no one's buying that shit. He got 4 subscribers and $7 a month.
Now, I think though that like these girls are definitely they know what they're doing. You know, they're like, no, I know.
No, there's ones that are making money.
Yeah.
And then and they know they're truly bad. You know what I mean? Or they're doing something that people want. Okay. You know, people are paying them because people want that dog shit apparently. She's making 10K because people have determined that 10K is actually...
Penny says she agrees. What?
Yeah. There's a lot of girls that like thought they were too bad, and they needed OnlyFans to like give them a realistic view. Because any girl will tell you like, this is the thing about being a girl, bro. Like, any girl will tell you like, oh, hey, rate yourself out of 10. Every girl goes like, I'm a 10. You know what I mean? Like they'll say some shit like that. But if it was really like, there's a guy with a bat when you get in this club, and if you said your rating and you were within a point of it, he hit you in the head with the bat, they'll really say what their number is. Yeah. And then these girls will be treating you like shit. Like, you'll be like, oh, I'm not going to follow you back, Scrappy. I don't care about your TV show, Scrappy. You know what I mean? And then now she starts her OnlyFans, and then she's going to realistically see what she's worth. Pictures of her naked are not worth enough to even pay the lights. Yeah. And maybe they are. Maybe you realize that you're ultra bad and that you can just, like, not even do anything.
I mean, for sure, one thing, I don't judge, but I'm also, like, very self-conscious of, like, what I say. Because, like, I sometimes, like, I have, like, these funny jokes in my head, but I'm like, don't say it. You're going to piss off some of your friends. Because I've had some friends, I never asked them, like, yo, why do you do it? And, like, well, one, for money, for sure. Like, they just need to pay off something, you know? And I'm like, all right, I understand that. But, like, one is, like, do you have fun doing it? Like, of course. And, like what is some... I asked her, too, like, what I hear we got, like, weirdo messages. Like, because I know...
Of course they're going to get weirdo messages.
But one thing they said, you know, it's really eye-opening is that they said, it's crazy how the dudes who rejected them back then come back to them now and buy their shit. And they'll always say some shit like, you know, in high school, I has a crush on you, or like, you know, I should have said yes to you, or something like that. You know, they always come with that shit, and I'm like,
I think it's such that. See, that's what I would hate about doing some shit like that if I was a girl, because I hate. You know what? A big thing I realized as I've got. I don't know if this is me or other people too. A lot of times I want to know less. Yeah. Nowadays, as I go, yeah. Like I was so mad when that Will and Jada shit with August Alsina came out. Because I was like, I would have just rather not known about that. Y'all should have just kept that shit a secret. And, like, I'll think that, like, when I'm at my job, I hate when people don't, like, when they're trying to keep some shit secret from me because they're getting divorced or some shit. I understand it. Yeah. They don't know how to mute, and they whisper, and I can hear it. I'm like, can you please just mute me? I don't want to hear you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to know too much about shit. Yeah. And so, what were we talking about? Why was it saying I don't want to know about it?
Oh, just how, like, I was talking about, like, how this girl's getting, like, DMs from, like...
Oh, yeah, knowing all that shit about... I don't like when people tell me about their... Like... It'd be different if you did. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'll never talk to Greg about my dreams. But if I don't really know you, like, oh, spare me. Don't tell me about why, you know, your cousin got a kid's taken away and what your hopes and dreams are and what you're always afraid of and you weren't cool in school, now you have a deficit or whatever the fuck. I don't want to know unless we're like, I've already decided I want to be invested in you as a person and I'm tight with you.
I mean, for me, like, I bring up my past unless, like, someone asks or, like, yo, why do you do this thing? I'm like, oh, because, like, I did this because of that, you know?
Yeah, because you realize you're serving, like, some sort of mental thing in all these guys' minds. You know what I mean? These guys that are like, oh, I should have dated you and shit like that. Like, you're, like, feeding them something and it's not even your fault. They're doing it to you, but they're going to do that. And it just sucks to, like, have to even know that you're doing that, so...
But my thing is too, like, since basically, especially right now, like, you know, no one's doing anything. Like a lot of girls have OnlyFans, and like that question was come across my mind, like, would I ever date a girl with OnlyFans? It's usually no, because one, like, I have family, you know, like parents are just gonna look at shit like, yo, what the fuck? And I've actually been tempted to make my own OnlyFans content too, and I've been like tempted to. I actually almost did porn, and I'm just like, nah, because once they find that shit out, bro, like they find that shit out. And they're just like, what the fuck? And I'll just be...
I think it's bullshit that people, like... When I was in high school, there was one of the cheerleading coaches used to do porn, and, like, everybody found out, and there was, like, this meeting and all this shit. And then I think they fired her. And I was like, that's bullshit, because she didn't do anything. She didn't break the law. Yeah. She did porn a couple years ago, and she doesn't do it anymore. Yeah. I could get if she was doing it now, that being a thing. Like, she can't be doing porn on the side while also teaching these kids. But I just don't get it. She didn't do anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? So... I don't know. I don't think it's like fair the way that's almost like treated. But also I don't think it's gonna stay that way. Too many girls have had, like, tattoos used to be like you couldn't get a job if you had tattoos. Now try hiring people without tattoos. You can't. Everybody's got tattoos.
I mean, but that's the thing, like, it's because my parents are already against the tattoos, you know. And I was like, I'm gonna get it once I move out, you know. Like, I know that for sure. And my parents are like, well, you know, some of my mom that's like very just like fucking picky about who I date, and I'm like, I just don't care as long as she's like I have a good time with her, you know. Right. She says that too, but I know, like, in her mind, she's just judging the fuck out of this girl, you know? Right. But for me, I'm like, all right, tattoos, I will handle that. But, like, you know, if it was OnlyFans and she's like, what do you do for a living? And like, you know, sometimes I'm usually like, yo, a girl can speak what she wants, but if she comes out like, hey, I do OnlyFans and your son loves you for it, I'm be like, fuck, all right, well then I guess I'm banned from the family now, you know?
Yeah, I don't think my parents would disown me or something if my girlfriend did OnlyFans, but I would rather, I don't know. It is a whole thing. If a girl does that, I mean, she's got to know that, like, I don't know. I think about that if you ever do anything yourself, if you like that you decide that you do YouTube, that's like a whole thing. Maybe a girl doesn't want to date a guy that is the whole YouTube.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And is on the internet and shit. Sometimes a girl will be like, no, I just want a guy that just has a job. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I think you got to be considering, because I don't think a guy is wrong if he doesn't want to date a girl with OnlyFans. I don't know. I think I would judge it by the situation, though. Yeah. It would also depend on the OnlyFans. I don't think I could date someone that does something really, like, freaky to me. Like, there's people that'll do shit. Like, the girl that pretends she's a dog. Yeah. Like, if they're like, my girl pretends she's a dog, I'm be like, that's really, I don't know if I could do that.
I think another thing what I kind of feel uncomfortable with is, like, it also depends on the content, too. Because, like, if she's just doing nudes, then, like, yeah, I'll deal with that.
If it's just nudes, I wouldn't even feel that bad. What's the worst that can happen? Guys are watching, I'm like, yep. Yeah. That's all me. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care. But if it's more than nudes, then it's like everything, and then you got to start considering shit.
Yeah, I'm like it was.
I wouldn't even care if she did shit with other girls either. I wouldn't care about that.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't care about that either. But like, if it was just like, you know,
I don't feel like, hey, that's actually something I'd like to know. That's something I always, because would you care? Would you care if your girl got romantically involved with another girl?
No.
Nah, I wouldn't care.
Oh, wait.
I don't feel like a guy
during,
can,
like
any
before
guy
the relationship. No, I wouldn't care. No.
Almost not even during. I'd be like, hey, don't keep it secret from me. But I'd be like, that's cool. Like, I wouldn't feel like. I guess it wouldn't seem like, I don't know. I guess that could happen to you, like Ross in Friends, where she ended up choosing the other person. But I guess I don't know. I don't feel like she would be able to still get the. I don't know. It just wouldn't freak me out, man. Yeah. I don't know.
I tell the same thing to everyone. Like, yo, like, one, just be honest. And if you're gonna lie, make sure you're really fucking good at it. Cause like people just suck at lying. Like people, I can just find shit out, but not through looking. Like it just happens. Like people just slip, you know.
Oh, but I want to see what Ma said something about OnlyFans. OnlyFans is 100% necessary. Since the beginning of its creation, men have tried to ruin sex with women because it's technically one-sided. OnlyFans lets women get back to that without. Yeah, it's just like a full-on free market. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel threatened in most cases by a woman. And then if it actually turns out that, like, no, she wants to be with a woman, I'm like, I guess she was gay. I don't know. It'd be time to figure that out. I don't want her to be in a relationship with me if she's not supposed to be. You know, it'd be like if I was gay. Yeah. I guess I should probably not be. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just don't feel like. I feel like that's cool. It'd be like freaky. I'm sorry to like if as long as my girlfriend wasn't being like, I'm leaving you, but she's like, yeah, I also make out with this girl or something, I'd be like, that's kind of freaky. I don't necessarily want that to happen, but I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't deal with it, like, and run away and shit. I wouldn't be upset.
I feel.
How would you feel? Would you be like, what? You kissed another guy? Would you be like freaking out?
No, I'd be freaking out if it was a guy. That's it.
Yeah, if it was a guy, but if it was another girl.
Because then I'll go home and be like, fuck, was he better than me? You know, like typical guy things.
You're just gonna start fucking with your head.
Yeah,
I'm not like worried about that.
Yeah, but if she's saying some shit like something, you know, like, oh, she did it better than you, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. She's a girl. Like, she got the cheat codes, bro. Like, who gives a fuck?
You can go to her for girl shit. I'll be over here for guy shit.
Yeah, exactly. But you know one thing I did.
I mean, yes, but technically by the definition, it is infidelity.
But one thing,
I would, like I just said, like that's how it would affect me. It just wouldn't make. It just wouldn't like. I've known guys too that, like, most guys I feel like say they're not, but I've met a couple guys that are like, no, that I wouldn't be cool with that. But to me, it just doesn't seem like. I don't know. It just like it doesn't threaten me. Like it feels like, oh, that's crazy. I feel like there's not like a. If a girl's into guys, there's not a way a girl can take that spot. Yeah. The girl's just not a guy. Like, if you're into girls, then maybe they can be that for you, but...
Yeah. Alex Wilson, you're kind of late for that, bro. But, yeah, we had a whole ass conversation about hentai. And furries.
Am I only in top chat? I'm not seeing people's chats?
No, you just...
Oh, what's good, Alex? Tentacles are better than dicks. That's what ladies... Hey, wait, do you really like it? We were talking about that. That was the one... That was my biggest gripe with hentai, is I didn't get the tentacles. But I guess not everybody's into that.
Yeah, no. Again, my taste is like considered vanilla because like I just like my normal fucking.
So is it only hentai if it's anime style?
No, you can count.
What about when people do like the Shrek porn and shit? Because people really do that.
No, that's okay. That's actually technically hentai. Like if it's a drawing, it's technically.
What about 3D? Like when they do Toy Story?
Yeah, it's just called 3D hentai.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't do 3D hentai. It's not.
Why is it disorienting?
Pretty much. It's like might as well just look at normal porn, you know? Like if I want to look at something 3D.
Yeah, I wanted to get rid of the whole dimension, and they're forcing it on me.
Yeah, I'm sticking with 2D. That's it, bro. And actually one more gripe about hentai that I personally have. Like when it comes to animation, it doesn't look as good as like regular anime, you know? Well, because one, like usually most
the production value, I feel like, but I feel like that also is. I feel like I've seen like I remember the first time I had seen a hentai was when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. We would download music on Morpheus and LimeWire.
Yeah.
And then I eventually found out you could download porn on there.
Nice.
And then and I found that because I was trying to download like the music from Pokemon. Yeah. And it was like Pokemon Music or some shit like that. And then I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? I gotta download that. And it'd be like a 30-second hentai video. Yeah. And like you could tell it wasn't drawn by the original creators of it. Like it looked like slightly different, but it was pretty close. Yeah. You know? And so like that was the first time I had seen that. And like now it's obviously like a way bigger thing. Yeah. So.
But no, yeah, when like talking about production value, like yeah, it's not the same as like your typical, you know, anime, you know, whatever fuck. So like of course it doesn't look as good. And one thing I don't like is the censorship. Like I fucking hate the censorship and all this shit. I'm like, yo, like we know what a dick is. We know what they're doing too, you know? So like why pixelate the genitals? Why do that shit? Why? Because that's just Japan being fucking weird. So,
I feel like that's weird that I saw a thing that said that we're all like in Japan, like the reason a bunch of porn stars came from Japan is because in Japan they have to blur out the genitals, so they have to come out with other things that become exciting that they can't blur.
Oh, what the fuck?
So that's where like all like that's why there's like a lot of like the shit. I saw this whole thing about it. I was talking about like it wasn't that thing that I was saying that said like yeah, Germany and Japan make weird porn.
All right, or actually let me go back to the OnlyFans stuff, but kind of dive off a little bit because so one thing for sure, I wouldn't pay in OnlyFans. Like if I did, it's because I was probably curious. I was like, you know, because sometimes like I'm like, you know what, like let's see what it all about.
I just don't. Why would anybody ever? The problem with it. Well, see, and I can see where certain guys will buy certain ones, but it's too personal. So first off, like I feel like I saw a thing about it that was saying like most girls wouldn't be like that upset if they either found porn or even found out if the guy was paying for porn. But if they found out he paid for an OnlyFans or like they send him personal shit and everything, then they would be like, yeah, I'd consider that cheating. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the fact is like, to me, it's just like, it couldn't be me ever paying for that. That's all free on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, so how could I pay for like the girl next door or whoever, some girl you met, and then she has Snapchat is like, you can buy pictures of me.
Fanny said no McDonald's.
No, McDonald's is gonna happen. We're gonna be trying the Cactus Jack Burger. Look out for it on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, that fucking derailed me. What were we talking about?
No, buying OnlyFans or like
it's free on the internet, bro. Why would I ever pay for that? It'd be like if I was selling my mixtape. Yeah. See, that's the problem. There's no Spotify. Like because everybody already has that, so you just be on there. Yeah. But they can't do it on ads for royalties. You know what I mean? That's what they need to figure out how to do. If you can run your OnlyFans free and then get like royalties somehow, because you know the biggest advertisers and one I've considered looking into, but it's a whole another thing. So we got Facebook, we got Google. You know the biggest advertiser after them is?
What?
I think they're called MindGeek. There's a name. It's a name like that. It's the company that does all the advertising on all the porn websites. X videos, Pornhub. Those are consistently in the top 10 sites in the world. Like they're like number 7 and 6 on time. X videos, XNXX, Pornhub. They run all the ads on there because they're running ads on content that other things won't run ads on. Okay. So there's some place that you could actually run a lot of ads, but I think it's also Pornhub's done a lot of shit that you could even say I don't think that they're really a good organization for women at all either. Yeah, well, because I heard about like revenge porn or like they're really slow at taking it down and shit like that. So I don't know, man. It's super fucked up.
No, but the thing I was saying is that like I was gonna go off because like you know people would buy OnlyFans because of course they're lonely and horny and shit like that. But I've been watching this anime lately called Rent a Girlfriend, and that's what the title says. You rent a girlfriend, but you don't have. It depends. But there's basically a whole culture in Japan because Japan like is really like all about the renting someone. Going to like a maid cafe or like going to like a certain place to like just to go be with someone, to cuddle with someone, for like a certain amount of time.
Bro, I saw a thing that said like 1/3 of Japanese men, like under the age of 35, are not in any interest of sex or procreation. Yeah, like I think they have like a thing in their country because have you noticed in a lot of like the Japanese stuff, the girl always gets pregnant or they always say some shit like that. Yeah. Like, oh no, I came inside her. She's definitely gonna get pregnant. Like they always make that like a thing. I feel like they're inserting that to try to like. Got people thinking about it again.
No, yeah, Japan is really...
It's not good for your country to start having less people.
Japan's really doing their thing where, like... or doing the best they can to make people procreate.
That's crazy that they're gonna just have to do that.
But
they definitely don't need to do it. They're trying to do the opposite here.
Yeah. Nah, but basically, rent a girlfriend. You rent a girlfriend, but like that's an actual thing in Japan. And I was wondering, I was like, all right, I wouldn't do OnlyFans. I mean, like, still kind of on the fence, but
why don't you do an OnlyFans, bro?
Just cause, well, one, I'm not fit,
Well, not yes, you're still actually like athletic looking. You're just not as jacked as you were. But I don't know. I think you should think about it because I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. Well, what if you try to get a job later and then they're like, no, you can't do it because you had fucking OnlyFans.
That's why. That's another.
I mean, I feel like they could do that about me being a rapper too sometimes. But then I'm like, I don't know. I made my peace with that. I want to be it. But if you just like did OnlyFans for money, you don't want that to come back and like later.
Yeah, exactly.
Why'd I do that for money?
Exactly. But even then, well, yeah, I wouldn't do it just because like one could fuck up my future, and two, again, like people knowing too,
Who's not okay with OnlyFans? I haven't heard anybody be like, "Fuck OnlyFans, they shouldn't have it."
I just say I wouldn't buy it. That's it.
Yeah, I just wouldn't pay for it. That's just me. I'm just not in the market for someone's OnlyFans.
No, but
I mean, I'm in a relationship, so I feel like it'd be kind of weird for me to buy someone's OnlyFans. Especially like, I feel like the big market in it is people buy like smaller people's OnlyFans, and then they have like, oh, I send you a free video every month or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
How you doing? All right, sorry. I wasn't going. Oh, but like the whole rent a girlfriend thing. I actually thought about like if there was a way to be a rent a boyfriend, Because I'm like, well, but I'm like, am I even on that level yet? Like, because I was looking at dudes who were.
I don't feel like girls really have that problem needing companionship like that, like men do though. Men have the like are able to turn themselves into like these incel type deals and shit like that have to pay.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like girls wouldn't want to need to rent a girlfriend like a guy would. Girl would need to rent a boyfriend for like some shit like, oh, I'm going to my parents' house. So I need to, like, that's what they need. They need it for like one night. Yeah, like you need to be able to pretend you're in med school or some shit like that.
Facts.
See, that's what you do. You use that. You can be like, I pretend I'm in med school. Or I
forgot what website it was, but like there was also like a e-gamer thing. Basically, people pay you to play video games with them. So like guy or girl. So like I can't remember the website though because I was actually like considering. I was like, damn, like you know what? I just might fucking hop on Steam and just like play, I don't know, Among Us with the girl or whatever. And she pays me. And I'm like, yeah, what's up, babe? How you doing? Fucking blah, blah, blah. And just be all cute and shit. But I'm like, but then that's where it stopped me because I was like, I don't want to lie to someone like that,
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to deal with the guilty conscience like that. And again, if I do date and be like, hey, what do you do? Like, I'm an e-boy. I basically, people pay me to date them.
Yeah, I think you should be an e-boy.
E-boy?
Yeah. I feel like you could be e-boy pretty good. You just need to like do where like more like maybe you need to dye your hair or something like that or paint your nails. You need to do something like a little bit more like crazy, and then just lean harder into anime. You go full e-boy.
I'm definitely trying to grow this out. I'm trying to get like the samurai look going on. I'm trying to get this. You know what I'm saying?
You do that and then like dye a little piece at the front. Yeah. Maybe paint your nails.
Paint my nails. Paint them black. Wear a choker.
And you need to get flyer shoes though too.
True. Yeah, I wear nothing but tennis shoes.
Yeah, you need to get like some like, I don't know. There's a lot of different options.
Some Vans or some shit. Converse.
You can get some Vans. You can get some Converse. You could get some Jordans.
Fanny said girls will hire a BF to go to a person's wedding that they hate.
Yeah. So you can do. You just gotta pretend to do shit. They want to hire you to like, okay, do this at this part. Tell them this. Like, you know what I mean?
Do we have any more topics? Because we're like over an hour.
Nah, we're good, bro.
We're good.
Yeah, that was the real episode 1 for real this time.
All right, yeah, that was for real episode 1. And pull up the camera. I suck that your camera.
Hey, tell us if you'd rather us play Warzone or Among Us. If you have a preference.
Yes, sir. Among Us was fucking fun though.
Among Us is fun as fuck.
Yes. But everybody, yeah, that was the first episode of Muy Chingón. I'm your host, Scrappy Flako. The realest bato on the barrio. I had my homeboy right here. Grip, get it. We making moves, son. All right. I really hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Check out Top Shelf Sativa. Link is in the bio.
Description.
Yep.
We're going to be on a podcast soon. Be on the lookout to give us that 5-star review and that save.
Yes, sir.
And then watch out for clips of this if you only got